Hey there, all you fabulous and phenomenal A4J divas and all you folks that's a part of the Detour movement. This is Jill of Jill and Trail, of course, founders of Detour movement. And we are so excited that you decided to check out our video tonight. As always, we got some juicy stuff tonight. Today, I had the exciting opportunity to meet with the founder of Cassie Brown Project, Cassandra Vincent. And in that conversation tonight, she asked me a question, and a really simple question, but it made me think a little bit. She said, Jill, why did you start Detour Movement and blogging? What inspired you? And I thought about that for a moment, and that was like my own struggles with, we have Abstaining for Jesus, my own struggles with that for years on end, my own struggles with dating, my own struggles of making such bad choices in men, choosing them over my relationship with God. I just was like, I gotta do something. I don't want other people to suffer as I was suffering, or I had suffered for decades in that arena. So it made me thought about that, and it also made me thought about what was my breakthrough. Where did I find that revelation that pivoted me from the point of being stuck, confused, in the place of struggling, constantly battling the demands of my own flesh and what somebody else wanted versus what God wanted? What kind of helped me to pivot from that place? And it was really three major things that really pivoted me from that place. And it really helped me to bridge me from this place of singleness and help me prepare me for having a healthy dating life that ultimately led to engagement and marriage. And the first thing was becoming very clear on what type of guy I wanted in my life, what type of guy I needed in my life. And I just thought about different characteristics, this different type of behavior that was really important to me. Looking at the guy's integrity, looking at how he controlled his anger from behavior-wise, how did he interact, not with me so much, yeah, that's important, but even more so how he interact with others, and I talk about this a lot because it's so important. And if you haven't already, I urge you to go to our blog site, detourmovement.blogspot.com, where you can sign up for our newsletter and get a free copy of like a 30-minute CD, or I should say MP3 download, that tells you the 10 qualities of a good man. Some good stuff is essential for any good man as a Christian woman that you need to have. So that was one of my breakthroughs. So it took me a long time to figure that out. You can go and capture that in less than 30 minutes. Amazing, right? So the second thing was, and I can't help you with this but so much, you have to make a personal decision, and that was not being willing to settle for anything less. I couldn't settle. I had to believe. I had to have four things in my life right that moment. I had to have a commitment to God. I had to have faith in Him. I had to have confidence that there was something greater. Okay, and I had to have the courage to go out and be okay and to say no to a guy who didn't meet those standards that I was looking for. So it was a lot wrapped into that. But once I became clear on what I wanted, and I had the courage, the commitment, the confidence, and the faith to believe that was going to be, I was able to walk out and really have such a breakthrough in my life and in my relationships. And then the third thing, but definitely wasn't the least, was establishing my own foundation. For me, that was getting grounded in my spiritual walk with God. It was, and that's so crucial, because when we don't have that, oftentimes we look to the world to fill our cup with love and intimacy. And it causes us to make all kind of crazy decisions that really doesn't serve us at the end of the day anyway. So I started to look to God for love and intimacy, and also my family, my sisters, my mother, my girlfriends. I started to look in those avenues, in those arenas, to help fill that gap of my need for intimacy. And I did say need because we do have that. And intimacy is just not a sexual experience between a man and a woman. You can have that closeness with your girlfriend, with your parents. Definitely with God should be your primary source. So much so, I'll give you this little tidbit. I made it a point every night I went to bed, and every morning I woke up, the first person I wanted to talk to every day was God. The last person I wanted to talk to every day was God, because I didn't want nobody to ever penetrate on His space, on our space and our time. So again, just to recap, there's three things that was really a breakthrough for me, and I believe it will break through in your life to pivot you from, if you're single, from that time of singleness to prepare you for healthy dating that can ultimately lead to marriage. And if you're already married, these are still things, especially a spiritual foundation, that really can help just elevate you in your life, in your fulfillment, in your purpose. So again, the first thing was being clear on what I was looking for in terms of character and behavior. The second thing was not being willing to settle for that. And the third, but definitely not the least thing, was having a strong spiritual foundation, learning to enjoy my life, learning to find love and intimacy outside of a man. And also, I didn't mention this, but learning to have, learning what my purpose and passion was, and pursuing those things and going after them and just having a good time. I went skiing, I went bowling, I just found ways to have a fulfilled life in my singleness and in that journey. So if you're single today, I encourage you to do the same thing. It's a proven formula. It's effective. It may not happen in 1 week. It may not happen in 3 weeks or 4 months or maybe even a year. But just stand fast to what you know to be true, and things will work out for you. I love you so much. God loves you best. Until next time, this is Jill of Jill and Trail. We encourage you to renew your mind where you can transform your life and your relationships. Until next time, be blessed.